Well, after one season with Leicester City, we are back in the Premier League, which does mean we've got 4 seasons left to win the Premier League with Leicester. So let's commence the Premier League rebuild. Hello, welcome to part 7 of the King Power project. And coming up in today's episode, we do have our transfer window. But before we do any transfer shenanigans today, because I reckon there's going to be a lot, let's take a look at our end of season review after our first season with Leicester. So as you can see, we did win the Sky Bet Championship. Nothing else. Just the championship will do. I expect next year we might go on a little hunt for the FA Cup or try and win the Premier League for Summer Vasquez. Doubt that's going to happen, but if we can win the Premier League, that would be nice within the next couple of seasons. If not, we might have to wait until season 5. If we get to season 5, because I think we are running out of time before FM26 eventually comes out. I reckon we've got enough time, but at least definitely this season, maybe another season. Then we'll see how long we've got until FM26 potentially comes out. Obviously, the early access will come out mid-October, so I'm quite nervous. I don't think we're going to completely save, but you never know. We might do. So players that have come in. So obviously we did sign Francesco Esposito. Obviously came in on a loan just to provide extra cover as well. Not really as a backup. Actually started more games than he came on. Actually scored 10 goals. I mean, for a guy who played 12 games, that's not too bad. I mean, he's got a bright future ahead of him. I doubt we're going to sign him, but you never know. You never know who we're going to sign. So we might potentially sign him again. Potentially on loan or permanent, I do not know. So, but he's definitely one for the future, possibly. Mavadidi, we didn't sign him, but he was a great player. Cordova Reed, I think, is going to be going. DD, we did not sign him. Who else did we sign? Because I'm sure we signed a few others. We did sign Adam Lallana. Strangely got a signing of the season. I don't really agree with that, but he did. He's leaving us on a free transfer at the end of this season, but he came in, did all right as a backup. Then William came in, probably played more games than I anticipated, but he did all right. He's one of the players not leaving us on a free transfer. We have arranged a move for him, similar to Jordan Ayew. He's also leaving us, and along with Rayo Koulibaly. So there is a lot of moves happening so far, or that have been confirmed, but I reckon there's going to be a few more coming up in today's episode. So board expectation was reach a playoffs. We obviously did win the league by some distance, by 17 points. Bristol City finishes second. Ipswich and Watford are in the playoffs. And yes, those of you with eagle eyes, Blackburn won the FA Cup. They beat Arsenal 1-0, which means they are in the Europa League. They finished 10 points outside. I couldn't imagine a scenario. Wrexham got relegated. I couldn't imagine a scenario where Blackburn win the. Oh my god, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Blackburn qualifying for the Europa League despite finishing 18th. That's just ridiculous. It's like Tottenham all over again, finishing 16th in the Premier League and still qualifying for the Champions League. So obviously FA Cup, we got knocked out in the first hurdle against Wrexham on penalties. Carabao Cup was a little bit better than the FA Cup, but getting to the second round, getting knocked out by Chesterfield on penalties. We might take a little bit more care in these competitions now. Might do, might not. Might still go on a little bit of a run, but just might not get to the final. Our biggest win this year was a 7-2 win over Oxford. Our match to remember was a 2-0 win over Birmingham. Goal of the season went to Mavadidi for his goal against Oxford. Let's take a look at this goal, because I remember some bangers this season, but this certainly isn't one of them that I remember. It might have been a great goal, but I just can't remember it. Mavadidi goes past a couple of players. It's an alright goal, but I guess the build-up was good, going past like 3-4 players, turning into prime Messi or Ronaldo. So I guess it's a fair point for it being a goal of the season. So club reputation has gone up after our promotion. No, really, but there's some sponsorship deals. Obviously, first season annual revenue has all gone up. Competition prize money only 30,000. Yikes! That's it's not great. Obviously, all this is like championship money. Next season, it's going to be really high, I reckon. So sponsorship be at least 50, maybe double that. Total merchandise. Did we not sell anything? Did we not sell any shirts? I guess that's the first season glitch, I presume. Our best 11 this year was Jakub Solishek in goal. No Hermansen. To be fair to him, he was injured for most of the season. Solishek played 24 games. Obviously came off the bench twice because of the Hermansen injuries. And we had a back four of Christensen, Frace, Vestergaard and James Justin. Samari at the base of the midfielder. We had Ndidi and Harry Winks. So we have Fataru on the right. I mean, yeah, he was all right, but he was quite inconsistent. Obviously, McAtee, who came in towards the end of the season, absolutely brilliant. Then Mavadini on the left and Patsandaka up front, only scoring 11 goals. I mean, it's quite ridiculous. That who won player of the season? Fans player of the season went to Mavadini. I completely agree with that. Young player went to Victor Christensen. Obviously, we know Adam Lallana got signing of the season. Mavadini goal of the season. He also got top goal scorer with 15. Most player of the matches with 6. James Justin, most assists with 10. There's a couple record breakers here. Abdul Fataru, most assists by a player in a season is 10. Did he not get most assists then? Maybe they were level, I think. Mavadini, obviously, most player for match awards in the season. James Justin, most disciplined, 10 yellow cards, 0 red. Did we actually get any I don't remember getting any red cards this season. I might be wrong. Yeah, we had 2 red cards. Mavadini and Fataru. I thought our season was too good to be true not to get any red cards. We have already had our season objectives for next year. They are just basically to avoid relegation. I told the players I want a mid-table finish. They all agreed to that, surprisingly. But we have got a little bit more expenses to spend. Obviously, now that players are leaving us. The players leaving us at the moment are Harry Sutar. He is joining Celtic for £10 million. Ronan Koulibaly joining Brianza for £6 million. Jordan Ayew joining Panathinaikos for 4.7, potentially 7.5 million pounds, and Willian is joining Sao Paulo, I want to say, or SPO for not very much, just $500,000, just over $500,000, so not too bad. So that does take us our transfer budget up into 50 million at the moment. There will be more players, I'm sure, leaving the club. I'm sure there is plenty of wage budget to throw around, plenty of clauses we could sell, but none of them are really that attractive. I mean, I'd love to get James Maddison back, but I don't think that's going to be possible. Yeah, none of these clauses are really that attractive. If they were a couple £1 million, maybe, but no, they're literally just a couple 100k here and there, but that's it's not really a lot. In terms of transfers, I don't really know what's going to happen at the moment. I'm still deciding who's going to be at the club next year, but then again, we will do most of our transfer window business when the transfer window opens. That's when I usually start my business. July, when I start buying players. June, I start to sell my players. So I like to leave it quite last minute. I don't want to do that again this year. So I think we'll come back probably opening day of the transfer window. Some people may have left the club. 1 or 2 players might have left. Possibly there just might be one new signing. It is the 11th of June and the opening of the brand new transfer window, well, the championship window, with the promotion hasn't technically been finalised just yet, so we're still technically in the championship, but I think that's fine. I'm slightly worried in terms of reputation, because we have made an offer for a player, which I will announce very soon. I just hope he does come to us, because he looks like a very good player. But this is who we have been rumoured with so far. First rumoured player is Luciano Rodriguez, a 20-year-old Uruguayan from Liverpool FC, not that one. But he looks quite decent. 20 years old, quite young, wanted by Ipswich Town. I mean, we'll give him a bit of a scout. We haven't scouted him, so I'm not going to sign him straight from the off. But he does look quite cheap, so and obviously quite young, so he could potentially be potential to be world class. Next player, Victor Dukanovic. Again, another young player, 20 years old. I tell you what, we might just have to go for him. But we do need a left winger because Deagle Overeem, spoiler alert, he's leaving us. You know what, we're just going to make an offer. We will make an offer. We will get his scout report back as soon. So I reckon if he's wanted by a whole host of clubs such as Borussia Mönchengladbach, Roma, Juventus and Napoli, he looks like a top quality player. Already made how many? Who's he play for? Montenegro. I mean, 10 appearances, probably nothing for him. Yassine Kechta is a Moroccan centre mid, 22 years old, so a little bit older, but still looks like a decent player, decent potential. So we'll give him a bit of a scout, see what comes back as. But you never know. I think this guy looks more excited. Not a lot of pace and acceleration, but I think he could be a tricky little player. But we'll see. We do have one player joining us. I believe I sort of introduced him last season. That is Joe Bellingham. Oh, good God. Yikes. Yikes. He does not look good at all. But he's 18-year-old. He's a centre mid, 2.5 stars of current ability, 3.5 star potential. I suspect that might potentially go up when players start leaving the club. But he's a good championship player, potentially Premier League. I wasn't anticipating such a low potential, but we'll make do with it. We've signed him from Borussia Dortmund for £12 million. I think we paid just the right amount for him. I just hope he that's a false potential, and hopefully it's like a 5-star potential. But at the moment, I'm slightly disappointed with that signing. But he is still only 18. I'm sure he'll get better. I'm sure he will. Where do I feel the squad needs strengthening up? To be honest, at the moment, I have not got a clue. Like I said, we have made an offer for a defensive midfielder. That is Eric Martel. I'm hopeful he will come to us, but Nice have also made a bid for him. Where did they finish? Yeah, we're not getting. If he comes to us, that's one of the best buys ever. Because Nice are in the Champions League. If we get this Martel guy in, I'm an absolute genius in terms of negotiations. I don't think he is going to come in, but you never know. We'll accept those demands. Why not? Because I think he's going to be world class. This guy. I mean, he's already possibly definitely better than Mamadini. Who's I don't know. It's probably too early to tell if he is better than Mamadini. Andres Pereira not paying 28 million for one player. I think we've got to try and stick to on the cheap. Obviously, we've got plenty of budgets, more than I expected. Obviously, 73 it has gone up to 73 because Diego Overeem destroyed in San Sebastian for 24.5 million. So yeah, I think we're going to do a lot of business. I don't know how much, but I think we are going to do a lot of business, and we're going to sign a lot of world-class players. So I think we'll probably come back probably middle of July, where hopefully the players that are leaving the club will have left, and maybe we hopefully should be joined by a few new players. Well, we do have just under a month before we get started with our first, well, not our first Premier League season. Yeah, our first Premier League season back in the Premier League, but obviously we do have just under a month. We have done a lot of transfer business. We sold quite a lot of players, some fringy, some youth players, but some first team players. We do have one player potentially coming in. We're just waiting for a work permit. That's very good, by the way. David Seaman, that's his name. He's a ball-playing defender, but only 23 years old, and he is very cheap, and it's potentially world class, but he's not in just yet. But this is the players that have left the club so far. We'll just do a recap on who left the club last season. So obviously Harry Souttar joined Celtic for £10.5 million. Michael Golding, one of our youngsters, whether or not he actually becomes any good, we've sold him to Nottingham Forest for £6 million. I think we've got a sell-on clause on that transfer as well. I think like 30%, so not too bad. Kean Pennant, another one of our youngsters, has joined Southampton for 950k. Bobby T. Gordon rejoins Real San Sebastian for £24.5 million. Obviously, Koulibaly joined Brianza for £6 million. Jordan Ayew joined Panathinaikos for £6 million. Silko Thomas, obviously one of our youngsters who's absolutely rubbish. He has joined Sheffield Wednesday for 125k. Willian joined SBO obviously for 675k. Another one of our youngsters, Nathan Opoku, again rubbish. He has joined Phoenix out in the USA for 81k, and Ben Nelson has joined Stoke City on a loan for the rest of this season. Don't think we did sign Eric Martel. He's a German defensive mid, 4 stars of current ability, 4.5 star potential. Good Premier League player. Comes in from FC Cologne for £5 million. So this is the type of transfers we want to do. Cheap and brilliant. That's the sort of transfers we're trying to do. At the moment, it seems to be working. Joe Bellingham, by the way, that potential earlier, gone. Absolutely gone. He's absolutely beautiful. I'm slightly concerned about how many midfielders we've got. I think either Oliver Skip or Harry Winks might potentially be on the way out. We have also signed Josh De Silva. He's a 25-year-old English centre mid, 3.5 stars of current ability, 4 star potential, decent Premier League player. He comes in on a free transfer from Brentford. Only played 3 games for them last season, but I think he's going to be pretty much a first choice for us this year. Next up, we've got Abdullah Sima. He's a Senegalese striker, can also play out on the wing, but we primarily brought him in to be our first choice striker. Maybe, I don't know, Patson Daka he might be a backup this year. He's 3.5 stars of current ability, 4 star potential, decent Premier League player. Comes in from Brighton for £12 million. He looks absolutely wonderful. Look at his acceleration and pace. That's absolutely beautiful. Look at his value. He's going to score a ton of goals. Scored 15 for Ipswich Town last season in the Championship. Don't think he scored against us, which is good. So I think he's going to be a very exciting player there. Next up, we've got Kasper Tobias. He's a Polish goalkeeper, 3 stars of current ability, 5 star potential, decent Premier League player, which does mean I think Mads Manson is going to go out on loan. I was thinking about it, but he is actually going to go out on loan, considering he's third choice goalkeeper. Kasper Tobias, who looks absolutely beautiful, sits for free. So, I mean, what more could you ask for? We signed him from Leicester for £7.75 million. That's all the transfers we've done at the moment. Five players, obviously one still to come in. So this is the squad at the moment with just under a month before we play our first game of the season. So obviously goalkeepers, we've got Hermansen, obviously will be going out on loan. Then we've got Jakub Stolishik and Tobias Stolishik, who will be our forever backup. That's actually got decent potential, so there is a chance he could potentially be our first choice goalkeeper. Right backs, we've got James Justin, who's come on leaps and bounds, by the way. Now our best right back at the club. So we've got Justin Pereira, probably Justin as the first choice at the moment, if it stays like that. Then centre backs, we've got Rootface, Yannick Vestergaard, and Caleb McConite, and then obviously we've got David Seamer potentially coming in. Left backs, we've got Christensen and Luke Thomas. I'm fine with Christensen as our first choice. He played really well last year, and he's going to be superb again this year. And we've got defensive mids galore, by the way. We've got Harry Winks, Skip, Simare, as obviously Martel. I'm not sure which one's going to be our starting. I know exactly who our starting defensive mid is. It's going to be Martel. We are going to be playing a ball-winning midfielder in the defensive mid alongside a deep line playmaker and a Misala. So I think the 2 defensive mids will be Martel, potentially Samare. No, he's not really a ball-winning midfielder. More of a deep line. I think Samare goes. I mean, potentially, he's not that great. I think Oliver Skip is definitely far better. You know what, Samari, I think he does because I don't think I take 18 million for you. Signed for 19, we're going to sell him for 18. A little bit of a loss, but I don't think he's going to get very much game time anyway because Oliver Skip's got a lot of potential anyway. So I think, Samari's definitely done. Then obviously, I think playmakers at the moment, we've got Harry Winks, who is a playmaker, a natural playmaker, alongside Wilfred Didi as well. He is, that's another one. Another one who could potentially be on his way out, but he's still at the club anyway. We might train him up to be a playmaker. Then other centre mids include Josh Da Silva and Joe Bellingham. And we've got a lot of players. I'm losing track of how many midfielders we've got. Obviously, we've got Wayne Marshall, who can also play in the middle, but it's primarily a left winger. Then right wingers at the moment, we've got Fatawu, McAteer. Obviously, Marshall can play there. I'm not sure who else we've got. Um, Obviously, we've got youngsters such as El Canusa and Will Alvarez, both going out on loan. I'm hopeful we can loan out Sammy Braybrook because he does need another loan spell. And a decent loan spell with Bradford last year. Played 40 games, 2 goals, 4 assists. Not bad for a youngster. Still only League Two ability at the moment, so a couple more loan spells should be good for him. Then left wingers, we've got Mavididi. That's it at the moment. Obviously, Marshall can play out there. McIntyre can play out there. Got a number of players that can play out the left, so we probably do need another left winger. Then strikers, we've got Patson Daka and Abdullah Seema. So the squad is looking good. It's quite full at the moment. How many players do we? 26. I mean, obviously, one goalkeeper will go. A couple of midfielders will go out on loan. Probably Alves and El Canoes. El Canoes was great last season, but just needs a loan move just to get some game time because he's not going to get it in the Premier League. But probably at the moment, I don't really know what we need until the squad gets a little bit smaller. I think we're probably good in the attacking areas. It's probably just a left winger and then probably another centre back. And then I think the squad is basically complete. So yeah, probably just a left winger because we've got the centre back coming in. So that's all we need. And we've got how much money left? 54 million. Plenty of wage budget. There's no need to panic at the moment because we'll take a look at the season preview just before we start the new season. But I'm feeling quite confident. I'm feeling really confident. I don't want to say that too early, but I'm feeling really confident. We might be in a title fight this year. You never know. But hopefully, by the time we get towards the first game of the Premier League season, I will have assembled a brilliant 22, possibly maybe even more, 23-man squad capable of challenging for the Premier League. Well, it is the 10th of August and we have reached the end of this transfer window, and I am pleased to announce we've signed a lot of players and some great players, and we may have even broken our transfer record. We did spend £40 million on a player, and rightly justified as well. So let's go through all of the transfers that have happened in today's episode. We'll start off with the players that left the club on the back end of last season. So started off by saying bye to Harry Souttar. He joined Celtic for £10 million. Michael Golding joined Nottingham Forest, and players we signed on the back end of last season. First up was Joe Bellingham. He's a 18-year-old, obviously English centre mid, 3-star current ability, 5-star potential. Decent Premier League player. Obviously came in from Borussia Dortmund for £12 million. Actually only played one game for Dortmund, and that was rightly justified for £12 million. I think he's going to be a top player. Then obviously we did sign Eric Martel, German defensive mid, who did reject Nice to join us, which is absolutely crazy considering Nice are in the Champions League. We're not, but he's 4 stars of current ability, good Premier League player. Came in from FC Cologne for £5 million. Actually played for RB Leipzig. Never made any appearances for them, but did play for them, so that's quite good to know. Then so moving on to this season, the players that have left the club, there's a lot of players that have left the club. We've done a lot of outs. £85 million of business. £91 million in. That's a £6 million net spend. That's not too bad. Kean Pennant joined Southampton. Bobby Tiggle Reed has joined Real San Sebastian. Romeo Koulibaly has joined Pianza. Jordan Ayew has joined Panathinaikos. Silken Thomas has gone to Sheffield Wednesday. Willian has moved back to Brazil to play for Sao Paulo. I think we agreed it was. Where is it? Where is it? I presume, yeah, Sao Paulo it is, right? I'm not losing my mind. It's actually called Sao Paulo. Then Nathan Poku has joined Phoenix in the USA. Ben Nelson has gone out on loan to Stoke. Bobby Amate, one of our rubbish youngsters, has gone out on loan to Scunthorpe. Bilal El Khanous, obviously one of our 5-star potential youngsters, has joined Alaves on loan for the whole of this season. Will Alves has also gone out on loan to Leyton Orient, had a loan spell Chesterfield last year, where 14 appearances, not too bad. So another loan spell in League One, which I think is a step up from the last one. I think Chesterfield were League Two, now he's playing in League One. So maybe, just maybe, he might make the breakthrough into the Premier League squad. Misrad Ali has joined Gillingham on loan. How good is he? He's all right, 4-star potential. I don't think he's going to get that good, unlike Alves and El Khanous, which I'm two very excited players about. So I reckon they've got two great futures ahead of them. Samari has joined Real San Sebastian for £18 million. Only a slight loss on him, but figured we might as well sell him, especially with our new defensive mid, and obviously we've got plenty of other defensive midfielders that can play defensive mid, so might as well just sell him there. Manson has joined Real San Sebastian on loan for this season. Don't think there's a future fee involved. No future fees involved. Sammy Braybrook did eventually join OH Leuven, who is one of our affiliated clubs. He's joined them on loan. Rania Marshall has joined Gijon on loan for this season. Ricardo Pereira wasn't really expected to sell him this year, but he's joined Villarreal for £20.5 million. Wasn't really looked at his star rating. I'm thinking he's got to go, and he has. He's gone for 20 million. That's a £3 million profit. Tom Wilson Brown, one of our youngsters, has joined Portsmouth for 325k, and one of our youngsters, Adam Nesirevich, has joined some team on loan. Who were they? They're a Swedish team. He's joined them on loan for this season. And moving on to the players we have signed, started off with Josh De Silva. He's a English centre mid, 3.5 stars of capability, 4-star potential. Came in on a free transfer from Brentford. Then Abdullah Sima, Senegalese striker, 3.5 stars of capability, 4-star potential, decent Premier League player, comes in from Brighton for £12 million. Then Kasper Chabayash, he's a Polish goalkeeper, 3 stars of capability, 4.5 star potential, decent Premier League player, comes in from Leicester for £7.75 million. And moving on to the players you haven't met yet is David Seamer. He's a Czech Republic centre-back, 3.5 stars of capability, 4-star potential, decent Premier League player, comes in from Slavia Prague for £6.5 million. I mean, look at his value. Look at it. We paid £6 million for him, and now look at his value. That is absolutely beautiful stuff. Then next up is our I think it's our record transfer signing, and that is Samuel Adoze. He's a English left winger, 3 stars of capability, 5-star potential, decent Premier League player. Yes, we've got Mamadidi, who is good, but he doesn't have a potential like Adoze does. We have signed Adoze from Southampton for £43 million. There's a lot of money, but look at his value. I mean, he's worth every single penalty, and he's fast. Absolutely wicked, he is. He's going to be one hell of a player. Maybe not this season, but certainly in the next few seasons, he will be spectacular. Then we've got Ricardo Pereira's replacement, and that is Jed Spence. He's a English right back, can play anywhere along the right. He can play wing back, play right mid, play right winger if needs to, but we're preferably bringing him to be another right back. He's got decent pace. He's a decent Premier League player. Not really going to prove anything, but he's still a 4-star of current ability. Signed him from Tottenham Hotspur for £21 million. I mean, yeah, we've done some decent business, smart business as well. We haven't gone over the top. We're just, I mean, transfers in 91 million, transfers out 85 million. That's not too bad. That's quite sensible. I'm not known for sensible transfer windows, but I'm quite pleased of the business we've done. So this is the squad. Let's just clear that team selection. So at the moment, this is the squad. So I don't imagine ourselves doing any other transfer business. So this is the finalised squad. The goalkeepers, we've got Jakub Stolishik and Tobias. I'm fairly confident Tobias will be our first choice goalkeeper unless he gets injured. Then we've got Stolishik who can step up. Then right backs, we've obviously got James Justin and Jed Spence. There he is. I'm not sure why his preferred position is a right back. That's where he's going to be playing. Might be first choice, actually. I'm not too sure. Then we've got centre backs of Ruchface, David Seamer, Yannick Vestergaard, and Caleb Akolai as backup. Then we've got left backs of Victor Christiansen, who's just going to keep getting better and better each year. Then his backup will be Luke Thomas. We have promised him if a bid of 26 million comes in, he can go. Don't remember making that promise. That might have been last season, but okay, we haven't had any bids for him. Long story short, we haven't. I don't think we will do. Then defensive midfielders, I think at the moment we're going to go with Eric Martel and Oliver Skip, as Oliver Skip will be the backup. Or it might be Harry Winks. He can play as a ball-winning midfielder in there. So I don't really know who the backups will be, but at the moment it's probably going to be one of them two. But Eric Martel was the first choice. Numerous players can play there. Then obviously other centre midfielders include Harry Winks, Oliver Skip, Wilfred Ndidi still at the club, Josh Da Silva and Joe Bellingham. Not sure what Joe Bellingham's best role is. He can play either as a playmaker or Mazzala. Either way, he's going to be world class. He's better than his brother. Did you know that? I don't think he is. Not yet, anyway. Then right wingers, we've got Fatawu and Casey McAteer. We rejected 2 bids from Everton. They weren't enough. Then he got in a grumpy, so we promised he could go if a bid of 85 million comes in. I don't think it's going to happen, but at least he's got a nice long contract, ends in 2028, so I think we're all good. I think he's here for the long haul. Then left wingers, we've got Stephanie Mamadidi and Samuel Adoze. I think Adoze is very much our first choice. I like Mamadidi. I just don't think he's up to the standard of the Premier League, but Adoze is just going to be absolutely world class. Then Patson Daka and Abdul Asima as our 2 strikers. Patson Daka, look at that. I thought he's going to be the next big thing, but he says, oh, still champion. Oh, he's still championship. Oh, there's still time. He might be gone. He might be gone. Oh, I don't know what Patson Daka, mate. I don't know what we do with you, because you were great. You were decent. You haven't been great for Leicester at all, have you? 5 goals in your first season, 4 goals in your second. You're a little bit better in the next, but that was in the championship, 11 goals. But maybe I think Daka might be gone at the end of this season, or maybe at the end of the transfer window, he might be gone. He might be gone. Well, I'd say watch this space. He might be gone in the next episode. Don't really know what we do with him at all. But let's take a look at the season preview. Bearing in mind, newly promoted from the championship. I'm not expecting much. 15th, I'm not going to lie. With the signings we've done, I was expecting a little bit higher up. Maybe like mid-table, like 10th or 11th. But 15th, I'll take that for the first season in the Premier League. Who's our potential key players? Casey McAteer. Completely agree. And David Seamer, that's a surprising one. I was expecting to probably see Abdullah Seamer on there, but That's fine by me. David Zima will probably come up with a few goals in the set pieces, but I think by and large, this is a very good squad. Potentially could be one of the greatest squads ever. I mean, look at this, look at this, look at this. They're all potential 4 stars. I mean, look at the current ability. I tell you what, if we don't qualify for Europe, not that Europe's part of the challenge. Premier League is very much will be our priority. I aim to get each. I want to get each season done in like four or five episodes as possible. Obviously, if we're in a title fight, it might be a bit more episodes, but I want to get this safe done before FM26, if that is possible. So I will see you all tomorrow, where we'll be playing our first ever Premier League fixtures in charge of Leicester, and they will be up against Leeds United and Crystal Palace. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.